Hey folks, so how many of you have went to your grocery stores and noticed that there are big bare spots on the shelves, or that the price of the normal groceries that you would buy for, a reasonable price are marked up by at least 40 to 50%? I know that here in the Midwest, we have seen a huge increase in prices. And this is not just happening here in the Midwest. This is happening in the West Coast. This is happening in the South. This is happening up north, and as well as the East Coast. This is not something that has just happened overnight. This is something that was gradual, and it is steadily increasing. The prices, the food shortages. We've had 18 food processing plants over the last 6 to 7 months that have been burnt down, or planes have been flown into them. This is not a coincidence, folks. This is real. This is our life now here in the United States. Everything is being blamed on Russia as far as food shortages go. It's also being blamed on Russia for the huge exponential gas price hike. I do not believe by any means that Russia is responsible for this. The war in the Ukraine is not responsible for this. This was all created by design. Now, I do realize that, with the labor shortage and the pandemic and all of that, that we have, not as good, not as great of a workforce as we once did. The labor force that we have now is a lot weaker than it was, say 2 or 3 years ago. But you cannot blame all of this on the pandemic either. COVID was just, it is what it is. It was what it was. It's not anymore. Now, if you look back, a year ago, the price of eggs was what, roughly $2.50 a dozen. Now they're closer to $4 a dozen. Wheat is in high demand and short supply at this time. They're also saying that we have 10 weeks left of wheat globally. So make sure that you are stocked up on everything from water, canned meat, canned vegetables, pastas, oats, grains of all kinds, because those are a staple of the American diet. Meat is, unless you're willing to preserve your own meat, is probably not a good choice to stock up on unless you're willing to can it. If you have the skills and have the experience to can, then by all means, I would recommend stocking up on meat as well. However, a lot of that is not viable for most of the population. So just make sure you stock up on the staples. The staples are where it's at, all right? You need to get you a prepper pantry built. You need to have at least a 30-day supply of food for your family stashed away, because a collapse is imminent, all right? This is not something that, we are going to just walk away from. All right, you need to become more self-sufficient. If you haven't already started a garden, please get out there and start digging. Plant beans, plant, anything that could be dehydrated or pickled or canned or jarred. Water, make sure you do not leave that sitting on a concrete floor. It will leach and it will cause the water to go bad and cause you to get very, very sick. So make sure that you have your water supply stacked on pallets, just not directly on concrete. There are so many things that this channel is going to be about that you should pay attention to, because in this I will teach you how to preserve your own food, dehydrate, to make your own alcohol. There's so many things that you can do, and YouTube is a magical tool. Make sure that you get on here and utilize YouTube to its maximum benefit, okay? Because there are a lot of informative channels on here that will teach you how to do the things that you really should be doing now before it's too late. So do me a favor, subscribe, like, and share this video. Y'all take care, stay free, stay informed, stay prepared most of all.